can you explain to me just one thing Obama did better than Trump?
Sure. We can start with the basics like walking, standing, speaking, and reading.
Obama did it better. The new talking point from Maga is, well, Obama dropped bombs too. Yeah.
Who's a better president for USA, Donald Trump or Barack Obama?
Barack Obama.
Obama. Obama all the way. Not even a question.
Barack Obama. What do you mean? 100%.
Barack Obama, I reckon.
Oh my god, like Barack Obama, probably.
Barack Obama, 100. Obama. Yeah. Please don't tell me anybody said Trump. No, I'm
actually,
sure
no one said Trump.
No, I think we're in a good space. But I mean, they've both terrible, so.
Oh, Barack Obama's old.
I mean, look at his actual policies.
Obama, definitely.
You're American?
Better. Yeah, 100%.
Barack Obama.
And you're American, right?
No.
Oh my god, Obama. This is not the question.
Obama did it better. This is the new one that is going in the circles of Maga. Obama did it better. No, the Magas are not saying that Obama did it better, but we are telling Maga Obama did it better because they keep saying Obama did the same thing. Well, if Obama did the same thing, he did it better. And this go with the have to be the immigration, with housing, with any kind of thing. Name the thing, and Obama did it better. The basis, walking, talking, going up and down the stairs, Obama did it better. And stay towards the end because this video is going to be really interesting. Of course, I'm going to give you my opinion and few stories towards the end about Obama did it better. And of course, okay, don't forget to drop a like, comment, subscribe to my channel, help us to support Liberal Media. And I wanted to say thank you from the bottom of my heart to all the people that send super thanks, for all the people that send Cash App, Venmo. You guys are the best subscribers on the planet. I love you with all my heart, you guys. I will see you in the end.
Obama did it better. The new talking point from Maga is, well, Obama dropped bombs too. Yeah, he did. And he did it better. Obama was able to use surgical strikes and limited military operations to take out targets and not start a fucking war. How about that shit? He did it better. In fact, most of the things that the Trumpies like about Trump, Obama did better. We'll go with unemployment. Obama did better. Economy. Obama did better. Deportations. Obama did better. He was able to deport way more people than Donald Trump, and he's able to do it on 1/10 of the freaking budget. Yeah? And without sending fucking goon squads into American cities. Obama did it better. Obama was able to get across a health care bill. Trump can't. Obama did it better. Obama was able to get tax cuts for the low and middle class. Trump for the upper class, for the rich. Obama did it better. So trying to say that Obama did it too on any subject just shows the failure of Trump and the failure of his people to recognize that everything that Trump said Obama did it fucking better. They just don't like that a black man did it better than a white man. And one last point, let's not forget that Obama was able to get Iran to enter into a non-proliferation treaty for nukes. Trump couldn't do it, so Obama did it better.
No, Obama did not build this big basketball court at the White House. No, that's not what happened. He simply added a basket on a tennis court and redid the lines so that it was for basketball. That way there was a basketball hoop on each end. That's it. It was already there. It was called a tennis court that Reagan put in years ago. So I don't know what you're talking about. Obama did it. No, Obama did no such thing. He certainly didn't tear off the entire East Wing and then, I guess, try to assemble this monstrosity. That's not what happened. So once again, just a little bit of reading before you start going, Obama did it, Obama did. Obama did nothing remotely close to what's going on here. And nor did anyone ever think about tearing down the East Wing. Yeah, that's just, no one ever thought of doing something like that to the White House. So it's just plain destructive. It's horrible. And yeah, just so you know, Obama did no such thing. Glad to help.
Remember this outfit that Donald Trump just wore? You won't ever guess who he got the idea from. That's right, the guy he's obsessed with, Barack Obama. So tell me, who do you think wore it better? The best president in modern day history? Or Piggy?
Like, how come you're mad at Trump but not at Obama for the deportation numbers cracks me up, because that just means that Obama's better. Obama did it better, faster, more efficient, with less American lives lost and less protests. Although there were nationwide ones, if you remember, like I do, because I was alive during then. We called him the deporter-in-chief. We, as in Democrats, the ACLU and the activist groups, because we didn't like the policies either. And do you know what the Republicans did? They called us morons and said that we ate our own and we didn't just get in line, and there was no united front to us Democrats. And so, haha, weren't we hilarious? We weren't to be taken seriously. Mr. Marco Rubio and Miss Lindsey Graham were up there all the time talking about executive overreach. Look at him now, shining bright as a penny on that Air Force One, with zero values and scruples left. But I digress. What you're telling me is Obama's better. What you're telling me is that none of this shit in Minneapolis is necessary, because Obama did it better, faster, stronger. Trump sucks at his job, and this is just another indication of that.
Back in 2014, President Barack Obama wore this tan suit to a press conference, and you could have sworn that he committed the most heinous crime you can think about. It genuinely dominated the news for days. Some people said that it was unpresidential of him to wear a tan suit. Some people were saying that he didn't look serious at all wearing a tan suit. And the internet lost its mind over a color choice. In hindsight, and in light of today's backlash, it really shows how thin the barrier was for outrage back in that era. You have the president of the free world insulting the former president of the free world with racist symbolism. He's not gonna apologize for it. Guys, like, let's put this into perspective. Back then, all President Obama had to do for a national scandal was wear a tan suit. And today, way more serious and real things get brushed off as jokes, as trolling, or my favorite, free speech. And I'm not talking or defending President Obama as being perfect. I'm just pointing out how crazy the shift in media norms has become. What gets treated as unacceptable versus normalized over time. The Obama tan suit has quite literally become a cultural meme for remember when this was the worst thing? Honestly, it lands because I remember how real the outrage was for...
Boy, I'll tell you, these people, they make it too easy for me.
Quick question, you little Cheeto cock gobblers. If Biden and Obama's presidencies were so bad, why weren't you protesting out there? Why weren't you going out and fighting for your freedoms? Is it because you like to reap the rewards of what a Democratic president does for this country? It does good for the country, good for the economy, good for the people. And you guys get to sit back and reap those rewards.
Why aren't we out in the streets anytime a Democratic president gets elected? Well, that's simple, because we're not fucking toddlers and we don't throw a temper tantrum every time we don't get our way. We don't block traffic, we don't loot businesses, we don't light things on fire, we don't destroy our cities just to make a point, and a stupid point at that. You want to know what I did when I found out that Joe Biden and Barack Obama had been elected? Nothing. Woke up, said, man, that really sucks. Got dressed, went to work, because I got bills to pay. You might call it boring, but we call it being adults. Protesting for attention isn't our style. Fixing the problem is. Look, you can call us whatever you want. Name calling is a part of your whole gig, right? But I would much rather deal with the Cheeto in the White House, who built a booming economy, who's restoring our current...
To go from boys to men, you gotta act like a man.
Oh, it's nice to see you.
It's so good to be here and to see such a wonderful person.
Well, you know what? The main thing I wanted to find out is, what do you eat so that I can look as good as you in a few years? Huh? How do you, it's just good genes?
The greens.
It's the greens.
Cornbread.
Oh, well.
Yeah, bacon every morning.
I like
bacon every morning.
And bacon every morning. I'm sure that's what the doctor ordered. I'm so grateful you came to see me.
Absolutely.
Let me give you a kiss.
I wouldn't have missed it for nothing.
Thank you.
When President Obama took office in 2009, the country was in an economic free fall. Unemployment is now at 4.7%. 82 straight months of job growth. That is the longest streak ever in the history of our country. Under President Obama, the high school graduation rate in this country hit 83%. That's the highest it has ever been in the history of this country. Under President Obama, we have had the first drop in the federal prison population in decades. Under President Obama, after a concerted effort by his administration, homelessness among American veterans dropped by half.
Hey everybody, I am here at the Obama Presidential Center. It is starting to happen. It looks real, doesn't it? How about that? The landscaping's starting to come in. The athletic center is basically done. And then there's just some amazing views and some amazing art, because art and culture is part of how we build communities and how we bring about change. Each place as part of my life. I could not be more excited because I know people here on the south side of Chicago and visitors from all around the world are going to be able to use this space in an active way. You guys keep doing what you're doing. Don't let me mess you up. It looks great, guys. Y'all doing good. If you ask me what my favorite spots are, I have to say that the sky room at the top of the tower gives you one of the best views of Chicago that you will have ever seen. But I gotta say, this reading room, I think I'm gonna be spending some time in here, so maybe we'll end up reading a book together and we'll have to whisper because librarians are very strict. All right, look forward to you guys visiting. We're gonna be opening next year. How's it going, everybody? Good. You got some voices, eh? I can tell. If you have any requests, we'd love to sing for you. All right, give me a little sample of something. Your dreams too, ready, and
Your dreams ain't easy. You just stick by your plan. To go from boys to men, you gotta act like a man. When it gets hard, y'all, you just grab what you know. Stand up tall and don't you fall. Hey, you will know. Say, you will know.
Up. 1, 2, 3. I just want to say thank you to all of you guys. We've had a chance to talk to some of the wonderful kids and their families, and at a time that obviously is tough for folks. And as the dad of 2 girls, I can only imagine in that situation, to have nurses and staff and doctors and people who are caring for them and looking after them and listening to them and just there for them and holding their hand. That's the most important thing there is. What a great reminder of what the holiday spirit is supposed to be all about. Hey! Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey! Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. O'er the hills we go, laughing all the way. Ha, ha, ha! Bells on laughter ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh,
say what you want to say about Obama, right? He did one thing really well, which is deportations of a lot more illegals in this country without escalations, without deaths, without making it into a complete racial issue like Trump has done. And I'm sorry to say this. I'm going to put you on hold. Look, Trump's on. Anyway, I know I told you coming home, but anyway, say what you want to say. Obama did deport a lot more illegals, but he did not create the hell that Trump has created right now. Killing your own people, your own citizens, okay? Shooting them because you don't want to check their IDs. None of that. There was no conversations, and Holman, for the love of God, was there with him doing this. So stop saying what Obama had done with deportations, because you actually make Trump look worse. So, guys, before you start talking about that again, check your facts, okay? Because it only makes you look bad. Not Obama. Good Lord.
Be cool. Be cool when you walk down, but don't bop down the stairs. So one thing with Obama, I had zero respect for him as a president, but he would bop down those stairs. I've never said, da-da-da-da-da-da, pop, pop, pop. He'd go down the stairs, wouldn't hold on. I said, it's great. I don't want to do it. I guess I could do it, but eventually bad things are going to happen, and it only takes once. But he did a lousy job as president.
There was that sense of human interaction in all and that gave people a sense of how somebody could be a good guy but also have blind spots. Somebody could be seem like a real jerk, and yet there's this redeeming quality. It's the same sense that you get living in a neighborhood, right? Which is like, you go to the soccer game and all the parents are sitting around and, some guy or gal may not be your cup of tea, but then you see them hug their kid and you go, oh, you know what?
Hey, Republicans, now you have a reason to keep Obama's name in your mouth, because Obama brokered the Iran nuclear deal to stop them from creating nuclear weapons without war. And Trump got out of that deal in 2018. So now is the time you can start talking about him again. Okay? All right. You have a good one.
I will admit it's worse than even I expected, but I did warn y'all. I did. You can run the tape. In Donald Trump's mind, the military does not exist to serve the Constitution or the American people. Like everything else, he thinks the military exists to do his bidding. And he has said that if he's elected, he'll use the military to go after, quote, the enemy within, which he seems to define as anybody who criticizes him. Trump's other big idea is to slap a tariff on everything from food to TVs. Now, almost every economist who has looked at this idea says that won't lower prices, that makes prices higher. Donald Trump's former chief of staff said that Trump told him he wanted his generals to be like Hitler's generals. Now, in politics, a good rule of thumb is don't say you want to do anything like Hitler. But it gives you a window into how Donald Trump thinks. Donald Trump wants us to think that this country is hopelessly divided between us and them, between the quote-unquote real Americans who support him and the outsiders who don't. Donald Trump sees power as nothing more than it means to his ends. He wants the middle class to pay the price for another huge tax cut that would...
Why did Trump become a Republican? I think it's because a Democrat left a bad taste in his mouth.
Obama was the best president we could ever have. He released a video saying that he would deport criminals, not families. Trump is doing the opposite. Look at the stock market when Obama was president. Look at it now. Joe Biden would have been a better president than Kamala. I don't think that Kamala would have been a bad president. She was going to be the first African woman to become president, but half of her voters were women, so I guess that's why she didn't win. Obama was the best president we could ever have. He released a video saying that he would deport criminals, not families. Trump is doing the opposite. Look at the stock market when Obama was president. Look at it now. Joe Biden would have been a better president than Kamala. I don't think that Kamala would have been a bad president. She was going to be the first African woman to become president, but half of her voters were women, so I guess that's why she didn't win.
So one thing with Obama, I had zero respect for him as a president, but he would bop down those stairs. I've never said, da-da-da-da-da-da, pop, pop, pop. He'd go down the stairs, wouldn't hold on. I said, it's great. I don't want to do it. I guess I could do it, but eventually bad things are going to happen, and it only takes once. But he did a lousy job as president.
Well, as most Americans.
Fine, right? So that's been lost. The most crushing legal setback of his political career when the Supreme Court issued a 7-2 ruling that completely dismissed his appeal for presidential immunity.
What makes this even more significant is that justices he personally appointed to the bench voted against him. The situation took an unexpected turn when Warren Buffett, who has maintained silence regarding Trump for years, released a public statement that's causing major ripples across both Wall Street and Washington. It's genuinely shocking that he made such comments publicly. This goes far beyond a single court decision. We're witnessing the complete collapse of Trump's comprehensive legal approach. What unfolds over the coming 3 days could very well decide whether he faces federal imprisonment. Let me break down what's been transpiring away from public view. Trump dedicated the past 2 years to constructing what his team described as an unbreakable legal defense. Ever since federal charges began emerging in 2023, he's attempted every possible legal maneuver, claims of executive privilege, arguments for presidential immunity, and even questioning whether the special counsel had legitimate authority. His attorneys, including individuals like Todd Blanche and Chris Key.
Donald Trump is here tonight. Now, I know that he's taken some flack lately, but no one is happier, no one is prouder to put this birth certificate matter to rest than the Donald. And that's because he can finally get back to focusing on the issues that matter. Like, did we fake the moon landing? What really happened in Roswell? And where are Biggie and Tupac? All kidding aside, obviously we all know about your credentials and breadth of experience. For example, no, seriously, just recently in an episode of Celebrity Apprentice at the steakhouse, the men's cooking team did not impress the judges from Omaha Steaks. And there was a lot of blame to go around, but you, Mr. Trump, recognized that the real problem was a lack of leadership. And so ultimately you didn't blame Little John or Meatloaf. You fired Gary Busey. And these are the kind of decisions that would keep me up at night. Well handled, sir. Well handled. Say what you will about Mr. Trump. He certainly would bring some change to the White House. Let's see what we've got up there.
Obama left office in 2017, but polls say he'd win today if he could run again. Why do people still obsess over Barack Obama? Here's the thing. When Obama was president, the economy recovered from a massive crash. Unemployment dropped big time. He gave millions of people health care who never had it before. But it's not just about politics. Obama felt different. He cracked jokes on late-night shows. He actually seemed like a regular person you could grab coffee with. His speeches made people feel hope instead of fear. Compare that to the chaos we see now. People are exhausted from constant drama and fighting. They remember when things felt calmer, when the president could speak in complete sentences and didn't start Twitter wars at 3 a.m. Was everything perfect under Obama? No way. He made mistakes too. But nostalgia is powerful. People remember feeling safer, prouder, less stressed about checking the news every morning. That's why his approval ratings are higher now than when he actually had the job. Be honest. Comment yes if you'd want Obama back in office right now.
The truth was, I was also intent on following a wise American tradition of ex-presidents gracefully exiting the political stage and making room for new voices and new ideas. And we have our first president, George Washington, to thank for setting that example. After he led the colonies to victory as General Washington, there were no constraints on him, really. He was practically a god to those who had followed him into battle. There was no constitution, there were no democratic norms that guided what he should or could do. And he could have made himself all-powerful. He could have made himself potentially president for life. And instead he resigned as commander-in-chief and moved back to his country as state. And 6 years later, he was elected president. But after 2 terms, he resigned again and rode off into the sunset. And the point Washington made, the point that is essential to American democracy, is that in a government of and by and for the people, there should be no permanent ruling class. There are only citizens who, through their elected and temporary representatives, determine our course and determine our character. I'm here today because this is one of those pivotal moments when every one of us, as citizens of the United States, need to determine just who it is that we are, just what it is that we stand for. And as a fellow citizen, not as an ex-president, but as a fellow citizen, I'm here to deliver a simple message, and that is that you need to vote because our democracy depends on it.
We really have to start talking about putting a maximum age limit on who could run for president, because there's a minimum age requirement and it has to be 35. Like, you couldn't run for president if you were younger than 35. What, you could be like 100 years old and run for president? People would vote for you. Because people saw Joe Biden falling asleep. Let's face it, when you get older, you start getting tired easily. You get into your 80s, you're well beyond, like, people already been retired for years, like a decade or so. Because we've had, like, almost an entire decade now of a U.S. presidents falling asleep on camera during events in the daytime.
Obama, we miss you. Come back. Come back. Please come back. And under the entertainment of Obama can have a third term, okay? Because they are saying, oh, if Donald Trump can have a third term, Obama, of course, can have a third term. And Obama did it all the way. Our economy was blooming. Even deportation, that this is the thing the Maga voted for mass deportation. Yes, Obama was called the deportation in chief, okay, because he deports so many people. He did it in a low budget, in the most humanly possible way. And nobody's rights got violated in the process. All these people got to present the case to the judge, and the judge made the decision about if they got deported or not. Know what we have right now? People that is not even, okay? They are not even getting deported to their own countries. They are getting deported to our secondary or third. And with the gas prices out of control, inflation out of control, the Trump economy is a freaking mess. Maga had to recognize that Obama did it better. And this, you can see this in every place that Obama showed himself. He is welcomed with a round of applause for everybody. It doesn't matter if you are a Republican or you are a Democrat. Even when the Republicans wanted to be racist, and he has so much opposition in his presidency, he still did. He got the job done. He still got us of the recession. He still put the economy to work. He still give us health care. And I just remember, a few minutes ago, I was remembering when we was in the middle of a government shutdown. And Obama, the Republicans, they finally decided to sign the budget. I remember how Obama stand up, and then he was almost in tears because we had this government shutdown that the Republicans didn't want it to stop, because they wanted to see Obama humiliated. And I see now that we have this government shutdown, after we had the longest government shutdown in the American history, and now we just have like 2 weeks, a week or 2 weeks. I don't remember exactly how many weeks we are into. I think it's a week, and I think we are not 2 weeks into it. Maybe we are a week and a half. We are 1 week into it, the government shut down, and see how Trump doesn't even care. Yesterday, I believe it was a crash between an airplane in Air Canada against a fire truck. The firefighters in that truck, they just survived just for a little bit, and the pilot of the plane, he died in that plane crash because of the people in the air control. They didn't have enough staff. They are overworked. A position or a shift that needed to be filled up by 4 people, it only was 2 people, and I bet they've been there for hours. So now, if you don't have anything to do that is really important, please don't travel at this time, as it is, the airports are collapsed. The airline controls, they don't have enough staff. It's a lot of things that are happening right now in the country. So if you don't have to do an emergency travel for anything, please avoid flying. I had to tell you about my eye. My eye is the dryness of the weather in Vegas is 92 degrees right now and extremely dry. Every time when the summer gets started, I have this problem with my eye that it gets so dry that it gets super red. So I just been doing the drops, but it still doesn't clear it up completely. It will clear in like 3 or 4 days. So if you see my eye that is red, it's because of that. It's just the dryness in Vegas. It's just too much for my eye. But guys, what do you guys think? Leave me your opinion below. Please don't forget to drop a like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Help us to support liberal media. Subscribing to my channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Love you guys. Bye-bye.